Hello, Sim here, welcome to my follow-up video. So you're watching a 1080p version, recorded live and not a playback or theatre, and this is recorded at a constant bitrate of 20 megabits per second and encoded at a constant bitrate compared to the variable bitrate that I used last time. So, I'm going to show you various post-processing techniques that I normally use as well, just to get the best out of footage. And so in a minute you're going to see me put on the colour correction. It's going to pop on now. And then keep an eye out for the word control and you'll see it pop into focus. And keep an eye out on the floor textures as I switch on the unsharpen mask. So generally I process my videos using these things, and not always but generally, and it does make a difference. And we'll see how it comes out on YouTube. So there's two main contenders out there right now, the Elgato and the Hauppauge HD BBR version 2. Now the Elgato is quite high intensive on CPU required. Now whether that's because it's a dumb device to some degree or not, I'm not sure. Or whether it's a combination of that plus the higher bitrate it's capable of doing. So if you've got a slower machine like a dual core Duo at 2 GHz, the Hauppauge will probably be the better one to do, because it's got like an inbuilt processing, and as you would have seen from the 720p videos, do you really need higher than 13.5 megabits per second? Or is it good enough? It's probably good enough. But at the end of the day it comes down to what your personal preference is and whether you've got nice computing power. Now do you really need higher than 720p recording? Because are the next gen consoles really going to be true 1080p? Well, the latest rumours on the internet regarding the Xbox One is, well, not for that. 900p we're hearing, not 1080p. But is that a surprise? I guess in some senses it is a surprise, because they're basically cut down PCs. Why the heck aren't they using graphics cards that are capable of doing 1080p 3D graphics? So we're all used to having the games render at a lower res and upscale to 720p, so if you didn't realise that, even the current gen do that. So do you really need a 1080p capable device? Debatable. Have to wait and see, and we don't know what the PlayStation 4 true potential for gaming is going to be either yet. We'll have to wait and see. So as I mentioned, the Elgato tends to be a higher CPU required, and when I recorded all my stuff using my Hauppauge, I tended to turn off my antivirus from the scanning point of view, so that when it was writing out the files it would not drop frames, because I have an Intel dual core Duo that's 7 years old, and I use it for my main rendering computer. Now for my capturing, I picked myself up a cheap laptop, no 3D graphics card or anything like that. It's got a nice little i5 processor in it, so it allows me to use the Elgato without any problems whatsoever. So you may be wondering why I still use my old workstation compared to my i5 laptop, and that's simply because I've got an NVIDIA graphics card in there that can use the power of CUDA to do all this post-processing on it, and it's more convenient. I've got lots of storage, etc. So I hope you find this video sort of useful. For those extra little bit of nuggets, gives you a good idea of how the Elgato can, with a little post-processing, can perform its magic. So I hope you found this video useful. If so, please leave a like. As always, feel free to leave a comment, and to stay in touch with my latest vids, subscribe. Until next time, this has been Sim.